when things like Ansible and Chef first came out, we called that configuration management, and it was configuration management at the time. The term infrastructure as code didn't really exist, even though we've had things that do kind of that for literally decades. We've had something like automated configuration management as long as we've had computers, longer than we've had computers. Where things changed is when we started lumping more pieces of automation in with just managing configuration. And now we have a term for that, infrastructure as code, but configuration management tools like Ansible, although they predate infrastructure as code as a term, they are infrastructure as code tools now, right? Like we consider them that now. We didn't used to, but configuration management is now just like a subset of infrastructure as code. Like it's just become an umbrella term for you're automating anything to do with the infrastructure that an application is running on, whether that is standing up the entirety of the infrastructure or just configuring additional infrastructure that was stood up with something else, which is like the issue with hiring and the lack of people that have these skills, even though we increasingly need these skills, I think is why we're seeing more products like Pulumi and CDK rising to popularity. It allows you to get your engineering team more easily onboarded onto the concept of infrastructure as code than if they had to learn like Terraform or something. If they're not used to slinging YAML or like writing HCL, then maybe writing Python is a little bit easier. Like I know Chris came from a more ops background than I did, so I'm way more comfortable with like Pulumi or CDK. It was way easier for me to transition into doing infrastructure as code with those tools than it was with Terraform. But I bet Chris had the opposite experience.